Hey guys, it's Nicole. I'm back with another video, and I thought I'd make today's video about a celebrity couple that has been together for decades now. And I like to do this every now and then. I think I'm gonna start doing more also because I feel like we see so many, divorces, breakups, things that are not necessarily very positive and relationship affirming. And most of the time, divorces and breakups are a good thing because now two people who were unhappy are now separated and it's a good thing. Sometimes it's unhappy and it's one-sided, but I think for the most part it can be a good thing. But I feel like we rarely see a lot of the very long-lasting, happy marriages, relationships, because it's not as interesting, right? I mean, human nature is you want to know, like, what exploded, what went wrong, like what happened. And so we don't really see it a lot. So that's why I wanted to go into it today. So today's video is going to be about Kevin Bacon and Kyra Sedgwick. They have been married since 1988 and have had 2 children, and they've been in movies together and have done all kinds of things together, traveling and just having fun as a married couple. And an article was released about them recently on Entertainment News, and I wanted to just kind of go through it a little bit because the reason it came up is because they're actually doing a new movie together. Yes, it's a movie. I wanted to make sure I was right about that. Called The Best You Can. I don't know anything about the movie. I'm probably willing to see it because I like both of them as actors individually, and of course, I'm sure together they're going to be really good too. But I thought it was kind of funny in this article because obviously when interviewers always get the chance to talk to celebrity couples that have been together for a long time, they're always like, what's the secret? Because there must be some magical secret to keep people together, especially in Hollywood. And I love it because at some point down here, Kyra Sedgwick, she says, the secret is don't take advice from celebrities about how to stay married. I thought that was really funny. And they kind of talk a little bit about how they are excited to work together. I know that there are some couples that are actors and they don't want to work together, but apparently these two like to work together. So first, there's a quote from Kyra Sedgwick that says, "I always know that when I throw the ball, he's going to throw something back. As an actor, I think you don't always know that your partner is going to do a great job, acting partner, not just life partner. But knowing that it's him, I know that it's going to be exciting and fun to work with him, and we're going to keep mixing it up and having a great time." So that's what she said. And Kevin Bacon said, "I think they call it a scene partner for a reason, because you have to, in that moment, form a sort of partnership, even if the partnership is that you're 2 actors who hate each other. We've been partners for a really long time, so we take that life partnership and, just kind of transfer it into our scene partnership." So that's what the two had to say about going from being real life partners to being scene partners. And I think that they've done things before, I'm pretty sure, like together. And then the rest of the article is basically just, showing them throughout the years, out on dates, out at, sports events or traveling or anything like that. But it says basically that they're excited to be doing this new movie together, and I think that it'll be good. I think that it'll be a good movie. I'm definitely going to be looking into it and probably watching it on my own as well. But I want to also point out that there's always like comments going around of like, oh, celebrity marriages, they just like never last as long as like most marriages. And I don't think that's true. I think that's kind of I feel like that's a side effect, like us thinking that based on how much we see these people. We see a lot of media about these people because they're celebrities. That's what it all means. And so we see them a lot. And so we know their lives a lot. I think if you look at the average person has been in multiple relationships and likely multiple marriages. I, from personal experience, know plenty of people who have been married more than once. So I really don't think it's that bad in Hollywood. I don't think relationships are that bad. I think that there's some exceptions to the rule. Like, I know that there's some marriages that have only lasted like a few months or so, but isn't that true like in real life as well? I feel like it's not, I just don't feel like celebrity marriages are as short-lived as people like to claim they are. That's just what I think. Because I always hear people going, oh, so those celebrity marriages, like, they're never gonna last. Like, what would you expect? It's a Hollywood relationship. Like, you're surprised they're getting divorced? And I just don't feel like that's accurate to the situation. I think that that's what we see. We see it so much, and especially because, like, the media is, of course, going to constantly put out stories and exclusives on someone's breakup or divorce. It's because that's what's interesting. Like, people aren't interested in the long lasting, marriages and relationships. Like, that's not interesting. People want to see the grossness, the grittiness, the, who cheated on who. Like, that's what's more interesting. So that's what the media and paparazzi are going to report more, because duh. So that's why I don't think it's that bad. I don't think that celebrity marriages are always doomed to fail I think that celebrity marriages only lasting short term are the exceptions, not the rule. Because I think it's the same with regular people. I think that that's just human nature. People enter relationships and then exit relationships, or stay in it. I don't think it's any different. It's just more public. Like, if you took like the general population, if you took a sample of that population over the age of, like, I don't know, let's say like 25, I can guarantee you the amount of people in that population versus the amount of people in the celebrity population, the divorce rates are probably the same. I don't have a study to prove that. I just really don't think that what we see from the media is always an accurate representation of everything that goes on in Hollywood. Because why would it be? If you think the media is a good representation of every single aspect of life, you are severely misinformed. The media reports on what is going to get them the most reads, the most clicks, the most people interested in what they're selling. So of course they're going to give you the most like clickbaity, what's like really going to get your attention headlines and stories, which is going to be the breakups and the divorces, because that's what's interesting. So that being said, I don't think it's personally as bad as most people say. That's just my opinion though. But comment below if you think what I think too, because I think I'm right, and who knows, maybe someone's actually read up on this or even done their own study, so who knows. But let me know. So anyway, this article, which I will post below so you can like look at the pictures if you want, because they're very cute. Kevin Bacon and Kira Sedgwick, just throughout the years, like it's like pictures of them on date nights. There's a picture of them what looks like on their wedding night cutting their cake. And at different red carpet events. And I think that it's just really cool that we really don't see them a lot in the news, which can be a good thing. I think people get tired of celebrities that they see in the news a lot. And I may do another video about that, so I'll think about that. But I like that they're doing a new movie together, and I think it's kind of cool that there's a little bit it's a short article, because it's literally just talking to them about what they're, interested in doing the movie together, and how they think it'll work doing a movie together. Plus the secret of a long marriage, which, by the way, I love Kira Sedgwick's answer of don't take advice from celebrities on long-lasting marriages. That's a funny answer. It's objectively funny. And I think the very real and like kind of like actually serious answer about that is there's no one secret to a long-lasting relationship. I can't speak from experience because I'm not in a relationship and I've never been in a very long-lasting relationship. So I can't speak from experience. But from what I've seen, my experience watching other people, I think that the reason that answer is so great is because I think long-lasting relationships depend on the people in the relationship. And right, like I think it depends on the people, and at the same time I also think it's like there's multiple reasons why certain marriages and relationships last longer. And part of that reason is probably the amount of effort you put into the relationship. Another part of that reason is probably, you know, how compatible are you as a couple? You know, like maybe there are things that you don't agree on as a couple, and maybe that won't matter in the long run, or maybe it will. And so I like that answer a lot because there is no secret. It's really funny for interviewers to ask that question. And I think that they just do because it's just tradition at this point. But she's right, because I don't think that there's any one answer. Marriages and relationships that last decades are great and special and, you know, don't really have one single secret or reason that they've lasted so long. I think that there's a lot that goes into it. It's not a short, simple little answer. And I think it's also a little bit of luck. I 100% mean what I say earlier on, like, it's about the work you put in, but I also think it's luck, because there's a lot of people that, you know, they're together as a couple and they work really hard to be that couple and it still doesn't work for whatever reason. There's so many reasons. So I think that that's why that answer is so good. So anyway, I keep going off on tangents because I find this topic very interesting, but I thought that this was such a cute little article, and I like talking about, you know, relationships that last a long time, and especially ones where they enjoy working together. I can understand not wanting to work together. You know, everyone is different. Maybe you have some, you know, things that just make you feel more comfortable in your working environment, and maybe having your spouse or partner there is not that kind of thing. But at the same time, I like that their relationship seems to be one that they enjoy working together. They know what they each bring to the table, and it will be good for them no matter what. You know, it's good for them in their real life because they get to have the fun of working together in a scene, and then they still get to be together and enjoy their lives together off screen. And I really like that. That's why I really like this article. I really wanted to share it and kind of talk about it a little bit more, because I don't know about you guys, but I want to see more of that stuff. Yes, of course, I'm interested in the whole, you know, oh my God, who cheated on who? Like, why are they splitting up kind of stuff? But this stuff is good too. Like, I feel like a lot of people just kind of give up on long-lasting relationships and don't really believe that they exist anymore because we don't see them. We don't see them in the public eye as much, because wow, that just, like, I have no idea what just happened there, because that's not what's reported. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. You know, maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't agree with me, but I want to see more of that kind of stuff. And let me know if you feel the same way. So that's pretty much it for this video. There's not really a lot going on with this article. It's just talking about what I said. But I do think the pictures in the article are really cute, so I will post it below in case anyone wants to go look at the pictures. But seriously, thank you all for watching. If you've watched all the way through, I really do appreciate every single person that comes to my channel and interacts with my channel in any way, especially if you subscribe, because that is just amazing to me. Like, people that want to subscribe to my channel and get notified when I upload new videos. So yeah, I really appreciate every single one of you, and I really mean that. So thank you all so much for everything you give me. I will not for a second take it for granted, because I just like to do this for fun. This is just something I like to do. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next week.